Le Adeyanju, thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday morning. We have headlines here from the Daily Post newspaper, which I'll be reading first. Headlines from the Daily Post newspaper: rising crime, Fintiri restricts tricycle movements in parts of Adamawa. Group asks Bauchi government to compensate victims of Gonto Memorial Anniversary violence. Nigeria's future survival rests on science and technology. Buhari. Also, Bauchi fair grips Bogoro residents as gunmen abduct woman, baby. Oyo marking their moves to rename Lautech. NLC warns Nigerian government of a plan to remove labor from exclusive legislative list. Omonile, 4-year VC, laments as landowner harass contractors. Federal government confirms supply of petrol with high methanol. Ogun, Abeokuta residents cry out to Governor Abiodun as water scarcity bites harder. Sanwo-Olu appoints George Fashola as PPP agriculture advisors. Just a few more. Sylvester Romani died from infection of the kidney. First autopsy botched. Pathologist and we are dying. Imo sweepers protest 5 months unpaid salaries. These are some of the headlines from the pages of the Daily Post newspaper.
And from Daily Focus newspaper, oil marketers call for calm, seek compensation for bad products. Or your government moves to make Lautech conventional university. Market capitalization of FBN, GTBank, UBA orders hits 2.65 trillion naira. Igboho's detention, misplacement of justice. Gani Adams, 2 in court for allegedly siphoning Musk's money. Igboavon kicks against Amonike. Nigeria's debt to go up over 92% of revenue in 2022. Yari condemns APC over certificate of return issued to Matawale's faction. Aviation workers suspend strike, ready for dialogue. That'll be all from Daily Focus.
From the Punch newspaper, adulterated petrol. Federal government may return fuel to suppliers. 100 million litres affected, say marketers. Noise pollution. Lagos bans use of megaphones at motor parks. I be nobody's ex. Olori Naomi breaks social media silence. How I want to be remembered. Ace rapper reminisce. 2023 presidency, why Osinbajo won't contest against Tinubu. APC chieftain. Taraba government promises to clear bursary arrears. Olujimi falls Fayoshe on peace move, may dump PDP. APC governors awaits Buhari Al-Makura. Musa lead in chairmanship race. And field northern presidential candidate lose election. Akeredolu. APC headquarters office sharing formula unacceptable. Kano G7. And a few more before we look at another paper. Ekiti court remands boy 17 for defiling 3-year-old child. Human parts uncovered in Oyo building. Police arrest suspects. Those are headlines from the Punch newspaper.
From Premium Times, loading from Rwanda, why Nigeria needs effective governance scoreboard or scorecard. I'll take that again. Loading from Rwanda, why Nigeria needs effective governance scorecard. Buhari confers merit awards on 3 Nigerian scholars. CJN replies Malami on delays of high-profile corruption cases, budgetary secrecy. Major glitch takes down multiple Nigerian government websites. Okay, more from Premium Times. Senate approves 6 new law school campuses. NUC notifies JAM, TED Fund, orders of new universities in Lagos. Ekiti 2022, more trouble for PDP as Olujimi supporters consider exit. Nigeria's internal security threats top agenda as police hold 2-day retreat. How Sylvester Romani could have survived. Pathologist. Auditor General's report. Reps panel. Someone to Mayfield, Fashola, Regbeshola orders. Alleged 900 million naira fraud. Ex-JAM registrar or Jerinde considers plea bargain option with ICPC.
Front page of the Nigerian Tribune, 2023, any party with northern candidate will lose. Akeredolu. Federal government withdraws adulterated PMS from market, says methanol content in products above Nigeria's specifications. Sylvester Ramoni, first autopsy botched. Pathologist. Senate approves 6 new law schools in 6 geopolitical zones. Ogun border communities demand employment quota from customs. ASU insists on strike, says federal government dribbling us. Also, OAU MBA students police to file fresh charges. Rearrange Adedoyin workers in Oshun. At presentation of calories of blood, Alafin restates call for true federalism. And convention, defunct ACN, CPC, and PP battle for soul of APC. IU IBB discusses zoning of presidency. Judiciary not to be blamed for delay in high-profile cases. Those are some of the headlines from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune.
And from the Guardian newspaper, police arrest 2 suspected killers, a retired CSP in Igbo. Litigations loom over damaged vehicles, scarcity to end weekend. Nigerian telco government agency stranded as NRMC glitch enters 8th day. Some more, Nigeria to spend 92% of 2022 revenue on debt servicing IMF project. Buhari returns to Buhari returns to Abuja after a summit in Addis Ababa. This should be still by now. We go on our first commercial break. We'll be back.
94.9.
Every kid is amazing at something. Give them amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Give them amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed their amazing.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Every kid is amazing at something. Give them amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Give them amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed their amazing.
Hello, listeners. It's Sarah, live from Abuja. I have Sunlight's very own Bubble Man with me, and he's got a special message. Bubble Man can't speak English, so I'll translate. He says, choose Sunlight 2-in-1 detergent to give you cleaning power with burst after burst of freshness. Well, you get the picture. Sunlight 2-in-1 detergent for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher, a pilot, an astronaut.
Kids have big dreams, but a lack of iron in their diet could affect their brain development. That's why one sachet of Cerelac Junior provides 50% of their daily iron needs to help them learn to their full potential and fulfill their dreams.
A musician, an architect.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back from the commercial break. 32 FM 94.9. I'm Olutayo Gwande. We go now to the stories. Dele Adeyanju is here.
Thank you, Tayo. Good morning. And Austin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dele. Good morning. And Tayo, good morning too.
Good morning, Austin Eduma. How did you get to the station this morning?
Somehow. I just had to be here. It's really biting out there.
As a fuel scarcity.
Yes, what we fear most invariably has come upon us as a country again. If not that the federal government has extended or postponed the removal of subsidy by 18 months, I will have concluded that this could be a ploy to gauge the mood of the people. You know, anytime the government is about to increase the pump price, they will create an artificial scarcity within the system. And before you know it, people will say, rather than going to the fuel station to go and sleep there, cuckoo jack up, the price. So
that's the opinion of the Okada man that brought me here.
So
he said the federal government is stylishly trying to increase the price of pump price of fuel in this country, and we are not actually very sure about the sincerity of that methanol or what was that.
Yeah, because I was just going there. The Nigerian government says it has found an unsafe quantity of methanol in petrol imported into the country, and has cited that as reason for the latest round of fuel shortage that has led to long queues in, they said Abuja here, in Ibadan also.
Yes,
who checks the fuel lifted from depots?
There is what you call pre-shipment inspection. You understand? Who pays for this? About 100 million liters of PMS. That is what we are talking about here. How did this get into the country? NFPC, as we are made to understand, is the sole importer. If it were to be a period where marketers and independent bodies are allowed to bring in this product, we will have suspected that, perhaps it is this individual that are responsible. There is a specification of methanol that should be in the PMS. Why is it that you are bringing in excessive specification that is not fit for consumption, especially for motor engine in the country? Then at the end of the day, who pays for this? This product was supposed to have been inspected before coming into the country. What we did now to discover this was inspection after it has come into the country. Now that the government is trying to mop it up, who pays for the return of these bad products back to where it comes from? Because it is not just enough for NFPC or the government to come and that, the supplier brought in specification that was too excessive in terms of methanol into the country. Who is this supplier? Which is the NFPC. So we have to look at this issue very critically. Why is it that whatever inactions of those in government, the ordinary citizen, the common man on the street must bear the brunt? When we pay subsidy, you make the common man to face the problem.
Austin, at what point did they know that this fuel was is contaminated? Why did it have to get to our pump stations?
The final consumer before.
See, according to the report, they had to stop some truck who were already in transit. That is the issue. If at the end, at the point of importation into the country, before it even gets into circulation at all, because who knows, even as we speak now, how many cars that have been affected as a result of the negligence of those who are responsible in bringing this product into the country. So this is what we talk about. Apart from this methanol, that is just the reason now, Tayo, Dele, the NATO, National Association of Road Transport Owners, they want to embark on strike any moment from now.
Why?
That has been a contentious issue. They are protesting against the high cost of diesel. Diesel is around 500 plus or 400 plus as we speak now. They said that the cost of transporting petroleum products all across the country is telling on them, and their lorry run majorly on diesel. You understand? So that is a contentious issue that the government had to deal with again. They said the government had to come in to look at that particular price critically. What is making diesel cost to be on the increase almost on a steady basis? That is what they are protesting. So I'm only telling you, preparing your mind, that even if and when this issue of methanol is resolved, except we also resolve the issue of transport owners. If we don't do that, there may likely be
rolling from one particular structure to
another. This particular one that we just talked about, the ethanol issue, is
methanol.
Methanol.
We'll have to wait till the weekend.
We have to wait till the weekend.
This is just Wednesday.
This is just Wednesday.
Okay.
And look at the situation around town.
Even as at this morning, I begin to wonder
the problem we thought we have overcome.
Yes, Buhari once campaigned in this country that in his own time there was no scarcity of fuel, no queues and all that. Now they are returning. Somehow.
Even at what price? If you campaign that there are no queue, at what price? We are paying more. If we pay more, must we suffer queue anymore? You understand? If we are meant to pay more, when we were selling for 87 and there have been artificial scarcity at times. You had to buy for higher price. Now the price is 162 naira per liter, official pump price.
So anytime we have a free flow of fuel in this country, we should just be aware that a time is coming very soon, or maybe later, that we're going to queue for it again.
See, daily in the supply chain, there could be disruption. This also happen once in a while in even advanced country. But this disruption should not be as a result of government negligence, wherein it will get to a level where the common man who does not have any stake at all will have to bear the brunt. That is what we are talking about.
The effect on motorists is that, it will increase tailpipe emission. Even your engine can get knocked with
Of course, yes. Because if you look at
the
content, it's so dirty, just like dirty water with a lot of particle. This is not compatible with motor engine, and anything can happen. Why is it that it is the common man that will always face the consequences of inactions of those in government? That is the issue.
And nobody will be queried.
Head should start rolling even before now. It is not just enough for NNPC to tell us, for the government to tell us that, the supplier brought in substandard product to the country. Are you now telling us that Nigeria has become a dumping ground?
We learned a European company imported the product on behalf of the NNPC. And so the NNPC is saying that we'll sanction them. They are not even taking,
We will sanction them after damaging my own car.
They had to use Okada this
Is it also, Tayo, the European country that allowed the product to get into circulation? One thing is to bring, I talk about pre-shipment inspection. When you ship in, you also need to inspect before you allow it to get into circulation.
But something is not very clear to me. Before this issue of contaminated fuel and all that, there have been queues in Abuja.
I just told you the issue of NATO.
Okay.
That has been a burning issue.
In Abuja?
In Abuja, okay. Most especially. And some parts of Lagos. That these transport owners, they are complaining and talking to the federal government to look at the issue. That if care is not taken, they might be forced to withdraw
so what is the solution?
Their services nationwide.
Are we talking about deregulation of or on deregulation of diesel prices?
It has been deregulated.
So maybe
the primary aim of a deregulated market is to allow external investors to come in, and by time price will crash.
So why
when there is high level of competition, price should crash. Why have we? That is why some people are saying that even if you deregulate the PMS, it won't make any difference.
I think some radio owners should actually join this strike.
Of course, they should join.
Because the cost of buying diesel.
Radio owners,
chunk of your
multinational organization in Nigeria. That is why you see that the cost of doing business, ease of doing business might be easy, but the cost of doing business is on the high side. Where the government is only celebrating the registration of businesses, how easy it could be now. But look at the cost of business. That is why business owners will continue to run on the basis of capitalism, because they provide their electricity, they generate their power, so whatever they like, they do.
All right, let's look at this story here from Daily Trust. Implement Nigerian gas policy, reps urged federal government.
Yes, I hope we'll be able to do that. It's long overdue. One of the ways to actually start that is to ensure adequate supply. Of course, the NNPC, various gas suppliers have intensified effort. If you see, I think in recent time, maybe in the last 1 or 2 weeks, the price of cooking gas has come down. We are talking about cleaner energy. We felt that we should have gone beyond this long time ago. Actually, we got it right at some point, because a kilogram of diesel at some point sold for gas at some point sold for 230. So we felt that if the government put the right measure in place in terms of the gas master plan for the country, the purpose is to ensure that we tap and harness our gas reserve, number one. Then to possibly stop gas flaring. When this crisis of scarcity of fuel started, there was a slight explosion at Egbe power plant that caused the system to shut down, disconnected from the national grid. A lot of people felt maybe that was why, because of disruption in that particular facility, petroleum products were not so much in circulation. Because of that shortage, it could trigger scarcity until the government had to managed to come out in form of a damage control measure to say that, oh, this was actually the reason. So the government has enough potential, the Nigerian government, in terms of gas in the country. Ours is just to come up, implement properly and critically the gas master plan for the country. We have energy master plan. We have housing master. We have a lot of master plans.
How many master plans are working in this country?
That is the issue. Let the government look into it. How I wish the National Assembly could come up with measures to compel the government in the real sense of it.
You know the National Assembly will
the
not,
National Assembly cannot even do that, despite the fact that they have that enabling power to be able to do that. But it's so sad.
Do they have that power?
Of course, they have
it on paper.
They have it on paper. They have that power, enormous power.
Please, let's just, let's stop saying they have it just on paper. They have it.
They have it. They can't use it.
They have it.
That is the issue.
So what's the essence of the power
what is the essence of having the power that you can't use? That is why we talk about on paper.
So if you can't use it, then you don't
like
have
you
it.
make governor honorary chief security officer in their state, and yet they can't effectively deploy the commissioner of police in a matter that the federal government is interested. The commissioner of police will side with Abuja.
And that's another master plan.
That's another master plan. That's another plan entirely.
The new price, regime. We're talking about gas here. Just about last year, July, we bought a kilogram of cooking gas, which used to cost around 4,000 just last year.
Even 3,600.
At the time, 3,600.
It went to 10,000 at the point. Even in December, I don't know how much it's sold now.
I think about 7,000 or thereabout.
8,000 now.
Yes, it depends on where you are buying from. At that time, I could remember for like some time, a period of time, maybe like 6 months or so, it was like 36, 34. There's a particular merchant giant in Ibadan. There's a way they look at their price, fall it down.
How do you marry this, Austin?
And do competition. Some other station owner will bring the price down. You see some other people again coming below what those ones have done. That has been the way. This enable even the people you refer to as commoner to have cooking gas.
When you have rich deposit of gas, and yet it is scarce or very expensive to get, how do you explain that?
Over 200 billion cubic feet of reserve.
Even more than oil.
More than oil that we have. Who is harnessing that? And today we talk about the master plan. What is the essence of this reserve? It should have impact on the life of the people. The essence of this reserve is to ensure that sufficiency is even in the land. It's just like SS crude account. When all is not well, you are maintaining an account that you call SS. When the economy is
we don't have the
leaking, we don't even have the SS. We are paying for the SS. So these are the issue. On the issue of gas, the government has started taking the right step. I think they should bring it down, take more steps to bring it down to where it was before all of this.
All right, a particular Daniel Bwala of the APC has emphatically said that Yemi Osinbajo is not running for president. He's not going to contest against Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
Yes, let's see how it goes. It's a matter of time. The more the merrier. Let a lot of people come in. Whether he will declare his intention or not. There have always been speculation that Asiwaju will run. You understand? Despite the fact that there have been long years, he didn't talk about whether he wants to run or not. But his body language is suggesting that it's most likely to run. Until sometimes in January this year, he had to come out in the open to let the whole world know that, I am interested in the presidency. In short, he termed it age-long political ambition. The vice president, there have been speculation, support group here and there. The vice president has not come out to say, I didn't send.
But I think the only reason they are saying that Osinbajo will not run is because Tinubu has supported him for over 8 years and all that. So morally, he should not just contest against Tinubu.
Yes, there is a place for moral and there is a place for what is right. If he wants to contest and Asiwaju wants to contest, I still believe that they can have a meeting point at the end of the day, something that looks like a middle ground. You understand? Asiwaju believe that he has been a kingmaker. He wants to also be king at this particular point in time. Whether he will get his party's ticket, that is a different ballgame.
Who has more capacity and who do you think has a better chance?
See, politically speaking, Asiwaju is on ground. Osinbajo was never a politician before now. of course, because of one thing or the other, is developing what we call mass appeal. You understand? People believe that it does not have a lot of baggage. That is what we are talking about. If we measure individuals like this, who have the obligation to look at what they can do. And
are you talking about the capacity now?
And their in terms
the
of
chances?
See, in terms of there's the difference between capacity and chance. Whatever you have, capacity, intelligence, and what have you, if the enabling environment in terms of the chances is not created, you can't explode. You can't exploit whatever you have. You need to be fed before we know your capacity. You understand?
But we know Yemi Osinbajo's capacity now.
Tinubu too has the capacity if that is what you want.
But age is not on his side.
That is a different thing. IBB told us who the would-be president of Nigeria should be. Somebody that will not spend 2 weeks in Nigeria and 3 weeks.
But we just told him that he
vacation.
doesn't have the moral right to tell us who we should
see. Apart from
vote for.
Apart from the issue of, I suspect it's smoke screen at the end of the day, because this reminds us of the case between Adeola Olamilekan of Lagos State and Ibikule Amusu. Adeola was the one fighting Ibikule Amusu. I want to be governor. I want to be governor. All of a sudden, at the 9 minutes, Dapo Abiodun just surfaced. I hope you still remember that scenario at that particular point in time. I believe that if Asiwaju want to contest and Osinbajo want to also contest, at the end of the day, there could be a compromise. I do not know how they
maybe at the end of the day, I should just maybe somebody from nowhere
can just come up. You understand?
And we have the backing of Asiwaju and the.
It doesn't matter. So let's see how it goes. Like I said, it's a matter of time. Let other people also come on board. Anybody that is not on board or anybody that is not going around in terms of consultation and the headline is not capturing them, we can't manufacture them. We can't manufacture them and discuss them at the studio.
Towards the southeast.
Of course, see, when you talk about moral right in terms of equity and fairness, ordinarily should go to the southeast. But let us also look at the political dynamics in the southeast. A lot of people do not want to look at this. Some people believe that the presidency should go to the southeast and are just having sense of entitlement. It must come to us. Therefore, every other region should fold their hands. I've always told you right from 2003, an Igbo man or woman has always contested president. That you didn't win does not mean that it's the fault of others. We look at political scenario. Can the southeast, for example, win? Can APC feed the southeast candidate and win overwhelmingly? That is what we are talking about. Is APC strong in the southeast? Even the PDP. I tell you daily for free. Today, if PDP zones its presidential ticket to southern Nigeria, people like Wike will dominate the stage above any other person from the south. Look at Peter Obi. Instead of him to declare his intention, he said if the PDP zone it, micro zone it to southeast, you know you have the capacity to deliver. Because I know Peter Obi has the capacity to deliver as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because he did excellently well. Even under opposition party in Anambra. Now, his body language is stylishly in a way that, if the president comes from the north, maybe I can be the running mate. Go ahead and declare.
All right. Away from that, a former registrar of the Joint Admission to Matriculation Board, Dibo Jarinde, on Tuesday in Abuja opted for a plea bargain with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission in order to get a soft landing. We'll look at this story after this commercial break.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Ìyá Ṣadé, ṣé o sì tí mo wá ń pè látòórọ̀ tó wá dá mi lóhùn? Èmi ló dé.
Bàbá Wálé, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Bóyá gan ni mo mọ̀ pé ti súnmọ́ tòsí ọ̀dọ̀ mi.
Kí wá ló dé gan? Láhùn mi.
Ẹ wo, ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn èrè oko mi ni. Kódà ó ti sú mi kọjá àlàyé. Mi ti ẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ yìí gan mọ́.
Kò le tó yẹn. Ṣé o ti gbọ́ nípa Modesty Farm Nigeria ní iléeṣẹ́ ohun ọ̀gbìn ẹ̀gẹ́ àtàgbàdo? Wọ́n bá ní dáko oroko ṣọ̀gbìn tí yóò mú èrè ńlá fún ọ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Kò tán síbẹ̀ o, ilé oko ẹ̀gẹ́ àtàgbàdo wọn làwọn darandaran kì í súnmọ́ tòsí rẹ̀ rárá o. Ó sì fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ gbáà.
Ọlágbẹ̀ ni òjé bí ó pa ní ẹgbẹ́ iṣu ẹgbẹ́ gbẹdọ̀.
kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Modesty Farm Nigeria lónìí ní Ladlab Complex Shell Bus Stop Ológun Ẹrú Ìbàdàn tàbí kí o yára pè wọ́n báyìí lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 0703 704 3168.
Modesty Farm Nigeria orí yín wà ń bẹ̀ o.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
I'm living the life cause I get TZT. Yes.
Kọ́ńbù ẹ̀kú àlejò omúgbòǹgbò ọ̀nà ẹ̀kú àlejò ẹsẹ̀. Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà TZT Network Limited pẹ̀lú TZT ìlú omi òjò lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lo ayélujára íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ní yàwàlù torí pé gbajúgbajà ní iléeṣẹ́ TZT Network Limited nídìí ìpèsè ayélujára lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá àtolókòwò kéékèèké lábẹ́ àbúradà TZT ẹ lè browse kẹ́ stream kẹ́ sì tún gbá géèmù bó ṣe wù yín láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́mùkú data ká má wàá làágùn jìnnà àjẹpọ́nu láìfà ń lọ lọ́wọ́ fún gbogbo olùgbé Ìbàdàn 2,222 naira péré lẹ́sàn dípò 59,500 naira tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ san fún installation kẹ́ ẹ sì gbádùn internet nínú ilé yín fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko kèé máa ṣeré ìwọ ni kó o má sọ̀fànù ẹ kàn sí wifi.com.ng/oyo ẹ sì lè pe 09087493040 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sí internet@wifi.com.ng 22/02/2022 nìfàyí máa wá sópin o ayélujára ní yàwàlù Ọ̀yọ́ ló wà.
Every kid is amazing at something. Give them amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Give them amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed their amazing.
All you need to make the best of your day.
On the Break of Dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back from the commercial break, 32 FM 94.9. We took a headline just before that break, and it's on the former registrar of JAMB, Debo Jerinde, considering opting for a plea bargain in his trial over 900 million naira fraud charges at Federal High Court in Abuja.
Yes, we know what a plea bargain is. A situation, an arrangement between the prosecutor and defendant, where a defendant will plead for a lesser or more lenient sanction in exchange of, in terms of exchange of some of the item recovered. That has been bastardized in the country because it has never really been commensurate. The essence of a plea bargain too is that a win-win situation. But in the case of Nigeria, the accused person who is the defendant has always won flagrantly. Somebody will steal 9 billion, 2 billion, and you enter into a plea bargain of 200 million. You know, it promotes corruption in the real sense of it. So whatever it is, it's a law that Nigeria is a party to. But what we are calling for is judicious implementation of that, so that at the end of the day, the government will not have to lose at every point in time.
Oh, sorry for. Okay, let's see this one here on Lautech. Dele, you want to take this one here?
All right, well, there's going to be a change of name. And from Lautech to Ladoke Akintola University. Somebody from Osun State, like Mowa Yoremi on Facebook yesterday was singing Lawerebe. People were saying that what's in the name, actually. But I believe Mr. Governor has something. So they don't want him to confuse Mr. Governor, but I want to know your opinion.
Yes, I don't think anybody outside the state, Oyo State has full ownership of that institution now. So whichever name we give to it, I don't think it's the business of anybody from outside the state. The intention of the government is to ensure that the scope of that university is expanded in terms of bringing in law, humanitarian, and other courses. That it does not have to just be technological courses that should be offered by the institution. And I think it's a welcome development. If you want to know whether that is good or not, go to the street. Recently, I've seen a number of people gaining admission to Lautech. You understand? And the state that has been the name before now. And the state government has said we can expand the scope. Ladoke Akintola University, period. We have a technical university in Oyo State that is fully. Another government can come tomorrow and say the technical university has a narrow scope. I want to expand it. It's a matter of legislation. The government, the Oyo State governor, is not doing that unilaterally. It's going to the State House of Assembly to amend the existing law, the law setting up LAUTECH. So for me, I don't think there's anything wrong in that. If new faculties will be created, which also will translate to more admission,
maybe some
more
mushroom,
increasing
maybe some
number
mushroom.
of
People are still not cool with the fact that they lost LAUTECH.
It doesn't matter. I think event has overtaken that, and that is gone for good.
Our lines are open now. 0809 7000 949 0705 5000 949. And to the international audience, +234 906 2000 949. Let's keep our comments short and straight to the point. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Adeshu Yamola from UI. I don't want us to dwell too much on whether Sibaja will contest or will not contest. You see what is going around the country now. I think it's beyond anybody from this particular set of people. Sibaja, that most of us were like thinking that could be another better. It's not as if we are even thinking, we are risking it to be a better option. Was the one traveling to Kano to pay condolence to the family of 5 years, and is not aware of the motive that with the family.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Well, it's not ready for us.
070 55,000 949 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Morning, we can hear you.
Good morning, my brothers. I'm Alaji Togo Abaiwala. What is anybody saying? We are spending 92%. We will be spending 92% of our revenue on servicing debt this year. Then we are done for it. When the solid state, what is happening to Nigeria? IMF is giving us instructions. And you know what? If a country, an organization will be giving instructions to our own leader, and they are accepting it, putting their own people in perpetual penalty. Is that the best? I think we should know what to do. There is no colonialism. There is no colonialism.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. 009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. To some, calling for Southeast president, even the Peter Obi, who is their star boy, is a coward and has not declared by saying if the PDP zone into the Southeast freedom is not given to you, you fight for it. And some people are here calling for Southeast president when all they are Omoye are all pretenders. Okay, Honorable Dikrila Camille, we got a message. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
Morning, Austin. Good morning, Dele.
Morning.
Please, I want to ask a question. Austin, is this nation really redeemable? The crop of people that we have. And the issue of plea bargaining, I think our own way of doing it is very, very questionable. Like you just said, somebody squanders 3 billion, he is asked to pay sometimes 10 million. Don't we think we should sit down and ask if this is the way it really should be done? I ask again, is this nation really redeemable? Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm John Njako. Austin, thank you, but you have to demolish me this morning with the fantasy, because my question has to do with how did you look at Obasanjo and you lose Segun Falaye in 1999? You have to demolish me with the fact this very, very morning. Then what I'm saying, if you recall, APP joint ticket, it produced Olusegun Falaye. Alhaji Umaru Shintasi would have won that presidential election because as of then, APP was controlling 7 northern states, including Kogi State. But because it was agreed within the political class to zone the presidency to the southwest, that was what happened exactly. What I'm saying, I'm not interested in what the man but when we are talking of justice, If the political class can come together and give it to them, what stop them from doing the same thing for the interest of justice and fair play? I'm talking of the entity now. So for those then, if you recall, you were in Nigeria just like me. But my point this one has to do with the 6-month incarceration of what if Sunday is the host by the Republic Judiciary. It lacks the fruit of justice.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Olu from LA.
All right.
Yeah, the issue of presidency to the southeast, I wonder why the gentleman is trying to compare with what happened in 1999. What happened in 1999 is very clear. Now, there was an election that Abiola won, and it was illegally annulled. So the Southwest were agitated, and they had to compensate for that. But we are not having such a case now. The issue is that since 1999, the Southeast has always been following the PDP. You understand me? So I wonder why the PDP will not zone the presidency to the Southeast. I think the issue is with their politicians. Let them pressure the PDP to zone it to the Southeast. Good morning.
Thank you for your call there. Well, I'm sure Austin Dumo, we discussed this last week.
Just last week of the political scenario and the
no party wants to flight a candidate or zone.
That's,
they are.
That's the issue. It's just like asking PDP to zone his presidential ticket to Southwest because Seyi Makinde is a governor. You understand? You don't zone such a thing when you know you are not strong.
Hello.
And I'm okay.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay. I thought we could take that gentleman's call, but I wasn't talking.
Yes. APC is not so strong in the Southeast. That's the truth. That is the truth. PDP is much stronger. So let's hope that in balancing things up, PDP will zone his presidential ticket to the Southeast. Then our friend made mention of the vice president that he didn't come to the family of Timothy Adegoke. What effort has the governor of Oyo State put into the case of Timothy Adegoke? Ganduje has put so much energy and effort in the case of Hanifa. More so, the vice president went for a public lecture in Kano. Ganduje could have influenced the vice president to pay that visit. So before everything should not be PDP and APC. Let's look at it. I'm particularly not too happy that Oyo State Governor and Osun State Governor have not said anything. Whether I do not know, on the case of Timothy Adegoke.
We need to go now.
We need to push for justice as far as that case is concerned, but there are two different scenarios.
Hoping and pleading to all concerned that justice
be served
at the end of the day.
Yes.
Thank you, Senator Dumo, for sharing your morning. My name is Olutayo Ogunade. Thank you, our dear listener, for your time. Up next is Smart Key Show with INT'L. Have a great Wednesday. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for your time with us. The program returns tomorrow morning, 6:30.
The joy of a great nation rests on the shoulders of a radio station.
Camera